What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm here to bring you guys my latest video of my must gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the Instagram pages I follow to get all of this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. If there is an asterisk behind it, that means that it's an affiliated link. If you shop through it, that means I will get a small commission at no additional cost to you, which of course I appreciate. Otherwise, no big deal. I'm just happy you came back to my channel or came to my channel for the first time, and we get to talk about new makeup together. As for this look, I really just needed to throw some makeup on. I'm filming this quite late on Monday night and it's storming, so I wanted to get the makeup on as quickly as possible to try to get some light, but of course it took me too long. So anyways, that's a long explanation to just say that I did not film this makeup look. If you guys really want to see it, I can definitely squeeze it in. I should be able to squeeze it in this week, but truly I'm just using old makeup and a splash of some new makeup on my cheeks, which will definitely be featured in Wednesday's video. So just stay tuned, but definitely comment down below if enough people really want to see this particular eye look. I will go ahead and film it. Otherwise, I will definitely be using one of the eyeshadow palettes that I used today, but not all of them. So, and that will be coming up on Friday again. So yeah, just let me know. Otherwise, it won't be this particular look, but it'll be something in the ballpark for Friday. Okay, as for receiving new makeup this week, I believe I didn't, but any and all new makeup that I have received, I did. So I had a Sephora gift card, and that was about $30, and I had some cash, and as I'm trying to be more mindful of my spending, I am trying to be stricter on how I spend or how I purchase things at Sephora and Ulta. And so for the next couple of months, I'm pretty much only allowing myself to use cash if I have it and gift cards. And so I really wanted to look at the Patrick Ta pink blush that he recently released. I told you guys last week that I picked up the maroon one and She's Wanted, but I also said that I was interested in another color, and the other color was the pink color. When I went in store and swatched it, I realized how, like, I wouldn't even say cool tone, but I swatched both the new pink color and an older pink color, and this one is just a little bit more warmer in undertone, and I feel like it's just going to work better on my skin tone. And to me, this I'm not going to say it is, but it seems like it's a similar shade to what the Glam Light and Velma palette duo is, and that's why I liked that blush so much. Yes, it's a pink, it was a pink color, but it was a warm pink. You know what I mean? Or at least warmer pink. And so this felt like a better shade for me than his actual newest shade, which is a lot more of a blue-based pink. So once again, a long ramble aside, I ended up picking up the shade She's a Doll. So I will be showcasing these in my Wednesday video. Everything should go according to plan because I'm actually going to be recording that tomorrow when I have a day off. But yeah, Wednesday's video, now I might as well just say it. It's going to be swatching all of the new cheek formulas, specifically cream blush that I have picked up for I don't even know how long. So stay tuned for that. There also is going to be some powder blushes as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the new products. Like I said, I'm really trying to be smarter with my money. And since I'm only allowing myself to pick things up through gift cards and cash, you know, I'm not picking up as quickly and as easily as I would have prior. I do already have a $100 gift card for Sephora. And of course, Ulta points, you don't really have to purchase a gift card to use your points, so it's a lot easier to use those points. So for any of the items that you've been like expecting, or you knew that I said I was interested in that are released at either retailer, I'm gonna wait until I have at least $100 worth of products that I'm interested in before I purchase. And I'm also actually gonna go ahead and minimize myself to only making one purchase at both retailers per month for the next couple of months. So it's really going to be interesting how this goes. So far I'm doing good, but I mean, we are only 7 days into the month of August, which I'm not going to lie, depending on the year, the time period in my life, I will have already made like 7 orders at 7 different beauty product websites or whatever have you. And because there's so many sales right now, because people are spending less, it's so much harder to really stick to my guns, but I am doing my best to stick to my guns. So yeah, I've rambled on enough. There's nothing else I need to discuss. I am going to scoot over and we're going to talk about the new makeup that I have pinned. I'm not going to lie, I haven't been on Instagram very often these last couple of days, so I don't have a lot of new things pinned, so I may have to kind of go back and find some new stuff to talk about, but we're going to start off with what I have and then we'll jump back into looking at the sites to see if there's anything new that I really got to talk about. Okay, so this is something that I had intended to talk about last week, but I don't know, I slipped through the cracks. NYX has come out with a new shade in their butter glosses, and this is in the shade Black. As you can see, this is a shiny, kind of sheer, medium coverage liquid lipstick, if you will. For me, this is not a favorite product because of the small doe foot. I cannot stand small doe foots on my lip products. As I say time and time again, I don't have overly big lips, but I have decently sized lips, and for me, the amount of product that comes off of these smaller doe foots, it takes too long. I am a very, I wouldn't say short-tempered person, but I like efficiency, and there is no efficiency in me using this particular lip product. So easy pass for me, although I think the color is really nice, and they definitely are coming out with it at the perfect time period because people are starting to get into spooky season, me included, and so this will be a great thing for somebody to pick up to add to their arsenal for their Halloween looks or just fall and winter looks in general for a season. And then, you know, if you finish it, you finish it. If you don't and you decide that you want to declutter at the end of the year, it's easier to do that than buying something from Dior that, you know, is the same color that's $50, you know? I have no idea if you guys can hear the weather, but it's coming down right now. So I'm pretty sure I talked about the Prada stuff, and I just wanted to kind of highlight one thing and then we can just move on, and it's the fact that the eyeshadows that I thought were trios are actually quads. So that definitely did kind of change my opinion on which quad, if I could and if I choose to in the future pick up. I would actually pick up the one that has the purple in there. All of those shades actually look like they would work on me, and they all have a warmer undertone. They all have a warmer undertone. I have a warmer undertone, and so I find that if I get eyeshadows or cheek products or lip products or whatever that have a warmer undertone, they highlight and kind of bounce off of my skin even better. You know, you just radiate a little bit more than you would with like somebody having a warm undertone and they have grays. You know, it just doesn't work. And so unfortunately, because of that mustard shade being in a really gray black color scheme, I'm not going to go ahead and pick that trio, that quad up. Everything else I think that I actually talked about correctly, and all of that is available now. I don't remember if I linked it last week, but I will definitely link it down below. Rumor has it it's already sold out, so it'll be interesting to see who reviews it and what they have to say. I definitely will not be one of the people reviewing it right off the bat. I'm gonna need sis to come to like a Nordstrom or something where I can justify it by getting some points in exchange for spending that type of money. So we have a new brand to me, and this is Shall We Makeup. I feel like I've not talked about this brand because I usually try to follow all of the brands that I talk about. So they're coming out with what looks to be some 5-pan eyeshadow palettes. This one is called the Dream Escape, and the other one is called Dove Deathless Spirit. They both look to be predominantly shimmery tones. The shimmers look beautiful in the swatches. But for me, if I'm gonna go ahead and try a brand for the first time, I prefer a lot of mattes first off the bat. And also, neither of the color schemes are really screaming to me. Like I said, the formula of those shimmer metallics looks beautiful. It looks nice and foiled and richly opaque, which is great. But everything is just not working for me with what I see. And right now, it needs to all work and be perfect for me to pick it up. Sal de Janeiro has come out with a set for BHA Floor, the 68 scent. This is the one that everybody says smells like Baccarat Rouge 540, and so a lot of people picked up like the cream and the spray to kind of help enhance the spray that they already have from Baccarat Rouge. I don't think I've picked up anything from this range. No reason other than I just haven't done it. If I would, it would definitely be the cream. I actually wouldn't mind to have a body wash to kind of fully round myself in that. But since I honestly only reach for Baccarat Rouge random times, I don't know how much use I would actually get out of the body wash. That said, I really like the creams. The cream formula is really, really nice. They have a whole range for this particular scent. I mean, they have a deodorant, they have the body wash, they have the cream in 2 different sizes, they have the spray in 2 different sizes. Like, they have the whole works for this particular scent, which makes sense. I'm sure this is definitely a bestseller for them, right under their traditional or, you know, original scent. Am I gonna pick something up from this range? Maybe during a sale around the holidays, depending on what's going on with my life at that point. But right now, I think I'm good. But I do think that this is a great set for somebody if you're traveling and this is a must-have for you, and you want something that's in a more compact packaging, but also that you can quite literally fly with. This is perfect because I doubt any of these are over. Yeah, the biggest size is that body wash, and it's 3 fluid ounces, and if I remember correctly, you can fly with about 3.5 fluid ounce products and under. So this could be really perfect for anybody who's traveling. If you are into fragrances, Ariana Grande fragrances to be precise, you know that Cloud Pink is coming out very, very soon to Ulta. I'm sure people are going to be running, flocking to Ulta to smell it. And if you did not know, it's coming out on the 13th, and that is Sunday. I may have to justify actually going ahead to go in store. Like I said, I have a stupid amount of points at Ulta. There are quite a few things that I actually want, and my local Ulta has quite a few of those things. So I could justify me going, picking this up. I really want to smell it first though. I do have Cloud Intense or Cloud 2.0. I didn't really like the original Cloud. I also did smell that at the beginning of my fragrance journey, so my nose might have not been attuned to picking up that scent, whereas by the time I smelled Cloud 2.0, I'd really started to kind of hone and train my nose to smell certain scents. So I'm intrigued. I don't believe we found any notes just yet. If we have, I'll put them on the screen. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I won't lie. But if I pick this up, it is definitely going to be with my points. I will absolutely not be spending my money. No real reason other than this is something that I'm telling myself I'm going to do, and I'm going to get it done. KVD is coming out with some new shades in their Tattoo Pencil Liner. And yeah, I think these are cool. These are nice shades. I think if there's a new shade that you don't have in your collection, you can afford KVD's liners, and you think that they're a good formula, go for it. For me, none of these shades are going to be unique for my collection. I also don't want to afford KVD's liners right now. So this is overall just going to be a pass personally for me. Iconic London is coming out with a concealer duo, and this is their Radiant Concealer and Brightening Duo, where they have what looks to be a stick, like more of a cream concealer, and then a liquid concealer as well. The liquid concealer tends to look darker than the stick. I would love to hear the justification for why they felt the need to do that. Okay, so it's a dual-ended concealer and the brightener that illuminates the camouflaging imperfections. So, okay. So the illuminator, I'm assuming, is the cream part, and then the concealer is the actual liquid portion of this product. Not something that I would be interested in. I'd love to see if anybody reviews this. I will say the one thing that I've picked up from Iconic London I'm actually enjoying. I'm really enjoying it. It's the highlighter. I've already reviewed it in one of my latest roundups. So I'm not going to say the product is bad. It just doesn't look like something I would personally get enjoyment from. Fenty Skin has come out with a blemish defeater BHA Spot Targeting Gel. I hadn't heard about this, and I saw this and I thought, has anybody talked about this? I didn't know about it. So it's already available now. And yeah, it's supposed to be a unique gel texture that dries down quickly and invisible on all skin tones. And it's supposed to improve the appearance of blemishes, reduce the look of the pores at the same time. So I'm wondering if you're supposed to be using this as like a primer. I don't know. I'm curious. Have you tried this? Do you know more information about it? Please comment down below, because I'm truly just curious. It makes it sound like it should be more of a primer because of the fact that it reduces the look of your pores. But then it's also talking about specifically targeting spots. So are you putting it in one spot, but if the spot happens to be where you have pores, you're okay? Please, if you know more, comment down below. Natasha Denona has also come out with a new palette. This is her Starlit palette. It's 5 different shadows, and yeah, these are very, very bland, light. These are very, very light. Okay, so I'm not going to even try. I'm just going to leave this for people who have a lighter skin tone where it can actually show up. They can see the difference. This is not for me. It's absolutely not for me. Rhode is coming out with a new product, and this is supposed to give you a strawberry look, which is trending. I guess this is something that's trending on TikTok. I wouldn't know. So this is supposed to be like a cream blush where you can get like a strawberry red cheek and lip product. I have so many cream cheek products, liquid cream cheek products. I recently realized that I have a tint, so none of that stuff is something that I need. I've never tried Rhode, and this is not going to be something that's going to make me want to try them. Sal de Janeiro is also coming out with the new scent, and this is their after hour scent. So the notes are velvety notes with midnight jasmine, black currant, and amber woods that wraps you up and lingers at night. This is very interesting for the brand because they typically only come out with about 3 scents over the summer, and they've already done that earlier this summer. So I'm very interested in the fact that they're now coming out with something that's supposed to be darker and sultrier. I'm wondering if this was more so for the winter fall time period and they're just coming out with it early, or if this is still meant to be kind of a summer scent. A lot of their scents, if not all of their scents, are pretty much geared towards the summer, where you can just spray on like a body spray very quickly and efficiently. So yeah, this is just very interesting to me. I will say by the bottle, I feel like this is now them trying to step into the fall winter scents. And so yeah, I'd be intrigued, like I said, if I can get into a Sephora, which I now have a new favorite Sephora in my area, so I will be going there from now on for any Sephora purchases in store. So yeah, I would love to see if they have this. Maybe my local Kohl's actually has a Sephora there as well. So there's so many different ways for me to at least get my nose on this specific product, and I am definitely interested to do that. Okay, I had to take a break because the weather outside was just going ham, but that was perfect timing because I needed to find a couple more items to talk about before we wrap this video up. So it looks like Kali Ray is coming out with a hydrating soft stain with hyaluronic acid. And as I said before at the beginning of this video, I realized that I picked up a stain thinking it was a cream. So when I tried it on, I was like, where's the pigment? And you weren't going to see pigment on my medium coverage, at least not in person, because it's a stain. On camera, I saw a very subtle, tint. And I think had I had a lighter coverage that day, it would have worked out. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're not somebody who wears light to no coverage on your foundation step or base step, I would not recommend even considering a tint. That said, none of these tints look extravagantly different, right? They're a tint. I will say swatch wise, they all look like they are going to show up on a darker skin tone. I appreciate that they are showing 3 different skin tones, although yeah, they could have shown a little bit of difference between the light skin tone and the medium, but we'll leave it there. I appreciate the variety that they showed us. And yeah, I probably won't be picking these up. The one thing I've tried from the brand I did not appreciate, and so far I'm not in love with cheek tints, so probably going to be an easy skip. Charlotte Tilbury is starting us off with some holiday today. I don't think I talked about holiday last week, but we got some holiday this time, and this is the advent calendar. So this is their 12 drawer beauty advent calendar. It is $210. I believe from that price, that means that this is going to be one that has all full-size products. I've never done an advent calendar, same reason as I try to stick away from mystery boxes in the beauty or makeup sphere. I just don't like buying things that I'm not sure is actually going to work on my skin tone, and or just buying things and not knowing what they are. You never know, you might be getting duplicates or just something that you actively avoided because you knew you weren't gonna like it. So this is never gonna be something that I get into, but I know a lot of people get into these during the holidays, so I wanted to go ahead and mention that. Juvia's Place is dropping a new cream bronzer. Now they have those like sticks, but they've never had a compact bronzer like this. So I'm actually very excited. I already have it in my Ulta cart online. So we'll see. It may be picked up very soon. You guys know one of my favorite cream bronzers is in a similar compact. Although I will say the undertones are straight up either neutral or warm. There's no yellow from what I can see, at least not in the deep range. But yeah, I believe the one that I have in my cart right now is dark warm because the other ones just don't look perfect for me. So that's also amber. Yeah, I'm interested just because I have been actively getting back into trying Juvia's Place and enjoying what I've tried. So I definitely could see me picking this up, but am I gonna run? No, I'm not gonna run. So it looks like Pat McGrath is collaborating with Taylor Swift for a mini lip fetish divine lip shine. Not for me. I enjoyed some of Taylor Swift's songs when I was younger. I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to a song from her. I think it was Blank Space. Is that the name? I loved that song. That song was on repeat on my iPad or whatever, or iPod. But yeah, no, I'm good on Taylor Swift. So there's a new palette from Making Blessings. It's a Making Blessings eyeshadow palette from Makeup Rituals. This looks really pretty. It looks like they're starting to get into the fall spirit, not only with the packaging, with those pumpkins and the fall leaves, but also the inside of the packet, the actual colors of the eyeshadow palette. I like it. I like that it's not super neutral. It's not super colorful. It brings colors that you quite literally will see all in fall, whether on the leaves, on the products like the pumpkins, all of that stuff. So I actually really like this color scheme. Is this something I'm going to be picking it up? No, I'm not going to be picking it up, but it consists of 15 shades where there are 8 mattes and 7 shimmers. I think it's a beautiful palette. Definitely let me know if you're going to be trying to pick it up. Something that is actually available app exclusive today, right now when I'm filming, are these lip products from Give. So these are the Spark the Fire Plumping Lip Balms. They're $22. They look to be extremely sheer. And yeah, they're supposed to hydrate but also plump to give you a fuller lip and to give you like a tinted sheer voluminous color. I will caution you guys that the shade that to me looks like a brown in all of these photos, they actually give a product description of being a sheer coral. So make sure you know that. But other than that, the lip swatches, it looks like there's nothing, at least not on the darker skin lip model, other than the magenta. That's the only one that actually looks like it shows up on her skin, on her lips, and she does not have like overly pigmented lips. So definitely keep that in mind. I definitely would say look at the lip swatches. They tend not to give you too much, and honestly, if they do, they give you too much. They don't give you too little of showing how well or bad a product does on somebody. So I'm probably going to pass, although there are definitely things from Give that I want to pick up. I picked up one. There are a couple more in the back of my head that I'm churning on picking up soon. But I think this is going to be one that I skip, similar to how I skipped their brow pencils. I didn't see a brow pencil that I was really in love with. Will I pick one up in the future? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I want to do a full face of Give. But right now I'm good. And then the last thing I want to talk about today is actually from Uma Beauty, and these are new products from the brand. Of course, they're coming out with some highlighters, some powder bronzers, and then some cream highlighter sticks. I think these are all great and they're all available now. I don't believe Uma Beauty is still in Ulta. I feel as though they pulled out of Ulta and they are focusing on Walmart and their personal brand. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong. If they are available in Ulta, I tend to prefer to purchase from like an Ulta or Sephora. So that's where I tend to link down below, just because that's where I like to look at. For me, the only thing that I'm even halfway interested in when it comes to all of these products are the cream highlighters. I love trying cream highlighters. I find that a lot of times they fail, but I don't know. I enjoy trying them. Go figure. For the shades, I would try either that middle shade or the second to darkest shade. It would just depend on how it shows up on my skin tone. That darkest shade I know would be way too deep for me and my preferences, so I would not want to pick that one up. But am I going to run once again? No. If it happens to be at Ulta or Sephora, sure. Well, no, Uma has never been at Sephora. So if it's still at Ulta, then I could see it thrown in a cart where I'm using my points. Otherwise, I probably won't pick it up, at least not for the next couple of months, while I'm trying to kind of reevaluate some things. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. I feel like although there were some interesting things to talk about, there wasn't anything really that like I have to have, I must pick up, I'm running to cart right now. And even the things that I talked about last week, which mainly was the Gourmand Girl eyeshadow palette, I actually decided not to pick that up. But I will be doing something to kind of scratch that itch, if you will. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be so good. I've talked to you guys about that time and time again. I'm trying to do better, be better. And sometimes it's just a day at a time, a week at a time, a month at a time. So I hope you guys had a good day. I will see you guys again on Wednesday, hopefully bright and early at 6 a.m. And with that said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.